I bought a house at 23 years old for only $800. My name is Seisha. I'm 24 years old and I'm going to tell you all the things I did financially to buy a home by myself at 23 years old. The first thing I did was open a high yield savings account. I opened mine with Capital One. I knew I was going to save a lot of money and I knew that I wanted to get some return and some interest on the money that I was saving. So every paycheck that I received, almost half of it went into my savings twice a month. And if I got a bonus, that went right into my savings too. The second and one of the most important things I did was live with roommates. At the time, I was living in Boston, Massachusetts, and I had just graduated college. So I had two options. I could either rent an apartment in Boston, which would have costed me at the very least, $2,000 a month, or I could go back home and live with my mom and my sister, which is what I chose to do. And yes, I was still paying rent even though I lived with my mom and my sister, and I paid rent up until the day that I left. So yes, I was paying rent, but it was subsidized because there were three of us and we were all putting down each month, which allowed me to save a lot of money. Number three is I chose my current bank as my lender. Because I knew nothing about home ownership at the time, this seemed like the best thing to do because I was already familiar with that bank and their processes. Number four is I used a first-time homebuyers program. If you bank with Bank of America, they have a grant and down payment program for first-time homebuyers where they give you up to $17,000 in grants and loans. This is what made it so that my closing costs were only $800. Disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor, nor am I an accountant. I'm just here to tell you what worked for me in hopes that it may also work for you. I'm going to do a part 2 about the promise from God that led me to purchase this house. So stay tuned for that. I love you guys. Bye.